There's not a single thing that banks do that can't be done better, cheaper, more efficiently, and faster on the blockchain. This Zyph crypto guy is saying, no doubt he's hinting at XRP. I think that's a stretch when people do that, because he never says it directly, of course. Let's listen to what he actually has to say, and then we can make our own assessment here.
Lawfare. And that's what opened my eyes. I mean, I'm a hard asset guy. My entire life has been building real, hotels, golf courses, real estate buildings, right? Commercial buildings, etc. That's what I've done. If there's anybody's eyes who shouldn't have been open to the world of cryptocurrency, it was mine, other than I realized the power that these banks had, and I realized how they were exerting that power, and they were canceling businesses all over our country. It was political. It was forced. They were targeting people that they didn't like. It wasn't fair. And then you realize that there's not a single thing that those banks do that can't be done better, cheaper, more efficiently, faster on blockchain. I mean, why is it that the modern financial system runs 9 to 5 Monday through Friday? Why is it, Maria, that if you want to go get a loan and you've been banking with a certain bank for 30 years, it would probably take you 100 days to go do it, and you'd be filling out antiquated paper forms? It doesn't make sense, right? And again, that's why I fell in love with crypto. And I truly believe that Bitcoin is one of the greatest stores of value, immediately liquid, an unbelievable hedge against real estate, and something we're really excited about.
Yeah, he's right. I mean, it's inevitable. It's literally just, it's inevitable. That's why I made reference to this in my newsletter that it hasn't come out yet, but you can register for it below. It was like, it's an inevitable portfolio. It's like, this is the ecosystem that's going to take this financial system to the next level. And you want to participate in the architecture and the piping and the rails of that system. You don't want to say, oh, buy this meme coin or buy this coin because it could do this. No, we're going deeper than that. We're going to benefit from this more, which is why you need to be in the equities, the actual companies that are going to grow in this space. Yes, some cryptocurrencies are going to be part of that, but they have to be part of the ecosystem that we're talking about. So you've got like XRP and Quant, for example. These are two assets that you need to be a part of, like Algorand and Solana and Ethereum. Like, these assets are going to participate in this next phase, and those are just the crypto ones. What about the companies and the sectors that are going to be completely inevitably involved in this space? And that's what that whole email is going to be about. I think it's really good. So register for it. There's another clip here, I think, of him talking. Let's see what he has to say.
I want an industry that supports the entire industry in the crypto industry. And I think, for a very long time, and it's gotten so much better over the last 18 months, but for a long time, the industry was factionated where, if you're a Bitcoin guy, you're only a Bitcoin guy. If you're an ETH person, you were only an ETH person. If you believed in stablecoins, you only believed in stablecoins. If you wanted meme coins, you only believed in meme coins, and everything else was junk. And I think for the first time, you've got real maturity in this industry where you have people who are, putting on a nice shirt, speaking articulately at conferences and supporting the entire ecosystem. You might have your own preferences, you might have your own visions, you might have your own beliefs in who's going to win the race. But there's no question that we're all in this race together. And the better everybody does, the better it is for ultimately the industry. I want an industry that supports the entire industry in the crypto industry. And it's gotten so much better.
Yeah, again, this is all correct. I think we're moving from a stage of where everything was like, certainly in the space that I've operated in, everything was like, it's XRP, everything is XRP, boom, 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 boom. But it's in reality, it's not the case. Lots of different assets, lots of different ecosystems are all going to come together to work in the way that they do best. And so, you see comments like banks don't want to use ETH. No, not for payments, but they want to use ETH for a variety of other reasons. And I'm not necessarily saying ETH, the token, I'm saying the Ethereum network. All of these different blockchains are going to do something that they do best in this whole system, and they're all going to work together. It's almost like there's an inevitability suite of assets, and I don't know, aside from like gambling, why you would invest outside of those inevitable assets. But he's right. You know, we have reached a level, certainly even just personally, just moved into this space of like, oh, I see the full picture here. I'm not so on one side. You know, it's moving from like I guess like a more Wild West tribal view of crypto into a more like, oh wait, there's actually so much more opportunity here. And they're in a variety of different assets and sectors and even asset classes. Like, we're not just talking about crypto here. There's exciting stuff everywhere. So I agree. There's going to be lots of participants in this, but most people will be too late. And I think we're nearing that kind of late, early section. So we need to be paying attention.